2,000 yards. You know what? Kelsey will probably end up with 1,500. Man, he burned him. That's a lot of separation.
He played for quarterbacks who couldn't throw the ball downfield, which really puts a hamper on receivers, obviously. 39.2% air target share leads team. Yeah, because that's 40%. You don't need to put leads team down there. We know. No one else has.
So you mean another wide receiver has? So if he's 39%, that would probably mean another wide receiver has another 25.
No, not that much.
15, 10, 20, to be close to 20.
Probably 15.
Komet, another 10.
I mean, the thing is, you have so many different people. Herbert has.
Oh wait,
some.
is that
Johnson has some. All your tight ends have some.
Were they saying percentage of his yards are over air or percentage of team's yards?
Air yards. So the percentage of Justin Fields passing like in the air, he has 39.2% of it, not yards of the catch. But I'm like, no, like.
Look at that. I already.
Tell me that's more than number one because, like, Herbert probably has 5%. Roshan Johnson probably has 3 or 4%, and those percentages add up quickly when you throw it to 30 different people.
It's true.
It's not 30, but it's a lot. You probably have 5 receivers that have been thrown to this season in some way, shape, or form. Probably more. Probably 6 receivers.
Oh, and last week was the first time they did motion from the eye. It's like, how do you not do that more? If you say that a player struggles with understanding if it's a man or zone, put some in motion. You're going to know.
Are we live?
We are. I like the cold intro, the cold open.
The Steelers, Kenny Pickett's 4 for 10 and with a wide receiver in motion for like 30 yards and a pick. Gotta love that.
Sack. Damn. Justin Fields takes a sack. That Montez Sweat.
Yep.
Yeah. Should have been a Bear. They signed him though. They extended him. I was hoping he was coming to Chicago with his. He's a good 3-tech. Anyway, this is the MVZ podcast featuring Big Dave. Dave's probably gonna be falling asleep on this one.
As always.
He's got an early morning. You say you gotta leave at 5 or you gotta get up at 5?
I get up at
4. Ugh. That's an early morning. Touchdown. Man.
I could have made that throw. He was so
Right?
open.
What is it? What are they do? I don't know what the safeties are doing right now for Washington, but they are not. That looks like the Bears cover 2. In between the corner and the safety, you have 15 yards. Those were 3 of the easiest passes Fields has hit all year.
See,
Oh, I guess he went up the seam, the safety covered.
as a Steelers fan, I almost want Justin Fields to look good. Because because the thing is, if we give you TJ Watt plus, if you're comfortable with Fields, TJ Watt is such a slam dunk as a pass rusher.
At this
It's worth
point,
a lot. And you have finances aren't a problem.
like,
Bears.
I have my Fields autographed jersey. I'm wearing a Fields jersey. I have another Fields jersey in the bedroom. I have 2 Fields jerseys for the kids. I am a huge Fields stan. If the Bears have the number 1 pick, they're taking Caleb Williams. At this point, if the Bears have the number 1 pick and it's not the Panthers one, if it's the Bears number 1 pick, they are taking Caleb Williams. And they're cutting loose with Justin Fields, no matter what happens, I think. And I hate to admit that because I want it to be Justin. I still think it's Justin.
What if the Bears end up picking like 10, but the Panthers pick is 1?
That would mean that the Bears at the 10th picks, they probably end up with 7 wins. That would have been the mark of improvement that I think that polls talked about in the preseason, that Justin's the guy. And currently, Justin is on pace to have the 6th most passing yards in Bears history, the most touchdowns in Bears history.
So here's what we'll do. You guys will pass from Fields. The Steelers will somehow trade for him for pennies on the dollar, and then he'll look really good randomly. That works too. That's also fine. If Pickett doesn't end up being our guy. I'm saying either way. If Pickett sucks, I would love to get either Fields or Caleb Williams.
I am a Bears fan and I am a Fields fan. The 2 are not mutually exclusive. if he's gone, I want him to fucking ball out. I want him to be an MVP even without the Bears. Because I know it's not from his lack of effort.
If you went to the Steelers, they're a good organization to go to. Usually they are pretty patient, which is why I think they're going with Kenny no matter what next year.
You think they're going to keep rocking him?
I think no matter what happens, he's basically our guy again.
I think part of your offense is like the Bears. Someone that's not running a scheme correctly.
Now, some of his problem, though, is he runs into pressure, which is quite bad. But yeah, I think Pittsburgh...
Can you say hi, Lexi?
I think Pittsburgh's too loyal.
Say hello. Don't take that off.
Beatbox. He's like...
Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. What do you think the Pats do with Mac? He has fairly consistently now been benched for a backup quarterback.
Is he starting this week even? Are they going back to him? Are they going to Bailey Zappi?
Zappi doesn't play for them anymore, does he?
Yeah, he came in for Mac Jones last week.
I thought it was someone else that went in for him. I thought it was Hoyer that came in.
Zappi. Basically just Mac Jones again.
Yeah, Justin Fields to a touchdown. We say, go Bears. You say bear down. You don't need to play with that, though. Not that part. Say bear down. Bear down.
He was just like, fire Eberflus. You're just like, wow.
Eberfluff. Eberfraud. He's been called every name. Now, the thing is this going to end up being another shootout? Do the Bears...
Lazy eyelid? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it is a thing. It's because there's a muscle. Say Getty keeps improving. The Bears' offense turns out to be really competent and fucking good. The Bears are last in every metric for the past 2 years. Does that mean you fire the coach because he's also the DC? And if that's the case, who do you make the head coach? Because if the way things are going, you would cut ties with all of it. I still want Greg Roman in some way, shape, or form.
Just call, here's what you do. You fire,
Fire Flus and bring in Lovey?
No, you fire Eberflus and, who's your OC? Getsy.
Lou Getsy.
And you bring in Lincoln Riley.
With Caleb?
With Caleb, and then...
Who else is
all
there?
the mock drafts right now with 1 and 2, they're like, it's hard if you're a Bears fan because you want Justin Fields to succeed. They're like, but isn't it hard not to get excited about a Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison Jr. pairing?
But then their Bears are still at the same problem though, because like they still have a bad D line and.
Yeah. But their offense might look really good if Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison Jr., DJ Moore. That's something you can rock with.
And they also would have. That would mean they probably don't extend Mooney.
Yeah, but that's something you can build around.
Yeah, that would be the Burrow.
Well, and you have money, so you buy defense at that point. Then
they could have bought defense this year,
but they weren't fully invested in their offense yet.
Oh, was that a dude? Billings, yep, from Tennessee. He's been the most unsung D lineman. He's the only one that I think one of only 2 players on the Bears defense who have a positive PFF score. Like in the green. Oh, look at this. Push him to the side. $300. He moves good for 311. You getting tired, Lex? It's 8:30. Oh, so still without the golf cart. It's been in the shop for 4 months. And
yeah, because the guy hit it.
Yeah, we got hit by the drunk driver. Oh, it's the dude from Cincy. Taylor. They got it all fixed. So ready to pick it up. And then they said, oh, well, we got it all back together. We took it for a test drive. Frame's bent. We might have to total it. And then, no. We can get a new frame. So they looked and get a new frame. It's $1,000 for the frame and $300 to deliver it from China. They won't order it until I pay them the money. So I've been in constant contact with this fella. He said he'll let me know tomorrow. I don't want to have to go to fucking small claims court. That sounds awful.
Yeah, court's not fun. Really ever.
No court is, yeah. Whether it's small claims or your like
Family
yours,
court for divorce.
family court's worse. I'd rather do small claims at least than family court.
Your family court's ugly. I don't want to be involved in that. I'd rather do my court. Dependency court. It's not fun either, but at least it's just like you're not nasty for the sake of being nasty in dependency court. No one is. DCF's asking for, a child to be sheltered because they feel like they're unsafe. The parent wants to keep their kid because they love their kid. None of that's nasty. To where like family court is just like, I want this because screw them sometimes. Sometimes that's all it is. Like,
Yeah, there's people throwing mud that's not even real at the wall to see if it sticks so they can win.
and it's not even because they care about it. Like, I want his baseball card collection. Oh, because of the money? He'll give you money? No.
Because it's his.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, and it goes the other way too, but it's still just like, whoa. Like, it's not just a women thing.
I would
versus
love
men,
that old
like,
Honda.
Yeah, that part's just messed up.
I think that's one of the worst things about marriage. I don't know what it is that changes people so much when you get married. What are you doing? No, you don't need that.
Dad, I might need that.
I might. Dave, how you feeling? What is it you're doing tomorrow? Is it? What is it you're actually doing tomorrow?
Employee health.
Employee health, okay. I didn't know if it was further preparation stuff, but I guess this is like the locked in stuff.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of. It's like it's the health, employment, drug testing.
Get your voice up. You talk louder than this.
Take my badge, ID, photo, all that shit.
Yeah, this is locked in stuff.
Health questionnaire. I'm sure the eye exam.
Oh shit. Quit playing with the microphone. You don't need that.
So what time do you get to bed if you get up before? Like directly after the podcast?
Probably 15 minutes ago. He's half asleep now.
Oh my god.
So you
Oh, Tevin's not even
Like,
playing. I
yeah,
thought
like-
Tevin Jenkins would play tonight.
like a schedule, like where you work like a certain schedule, or you list like random hours?
Doesn't matter. I usually just work a lot when I work.
Works all the hours.
How many hours do you think you work a week?
Do you like to work? Is that what you said?
How many hours do you work a week?
Oh.
I usually did about 60 to 84.
84.
Mm.
How many days a week? You work
That's
7 days.
That's 7 12s.
Sometimes.
Right? That's 7 12s or 6
7
12s.
12s.
Yeah.
7 12.
Yeah.
72 is 6 12s.
Yeah, he did it. Fuck, that was pretty much a solid year and a half or 2 years of that. Because I didn't see him forever.
Oh. 7 12s.
I feel bad for Mooney because, like,
That's
he-
gross, 'cause let's just assume 8 hours sleep or 6 hours sleep to make it even kind of humanly possible. That means you have 6 waking hours that aren't actively on the clock working, and so that doesn't count your lunch break or commute. So you take another 2 hours there. You have 4 hours of being awake that you're not working or doing stuff for work.
yeah, it's hard. No thanks. Ugh, 2nd and 10. Bears at the 40-yard line. Shotgun, 5 wide.
Screen pass.
DJ Moore. Brick. Oh, first down. Probably 9. Yeah.
He's having an okay game so far.
He's having a what?
DJ Moore's having a decent game so far.
Yeah. He's on pace to have the most yards in Bears history in the season. Again, there's something.
Despite them like not even throwing the ball well this year.
Yep. He's on pace for like 1,280 yards.
No, the tush push is not automatic. People are talking about banning it. A lot of teams try it and fail. Not everyone's the Eagles that gets 4 yards.
Right. Yeah, Lexi's agreeing. Oh, well, they got it. Like, oh, he got like 3 yards because if they wouldn't have blown the whistle, he kept going forward. Look at little Tyler Scott pushing the pile. Oh, Fields didn't even go down. That's a big pile.
Lexi, you only have your front 4 teeth, don't you?
The two to the outsides are also coming in, so she's actually got. They're not all the way in yet, but they're growing in like perfect.
Right now, she's got like the like little rat teeth.
Yep. Kind of Bucky.
Well, because I mean, again, it's not. She only has those 4, so it's like a rat right now.
Yep.
You got rats can suck it.
Rats can suck it. You're not a fan of rats? What about mice?
We have some rats in our roof right now. It's a whole issue in our attic.
That's awful. Are they mice or are they rats?
Pine rats.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah,
Pine rat?
They're rats. But in Florida, you know, we have to like change the name of everything to make it sound not as bad.
Pine rat sounds awful.
Well, like cockroach, we're like they're all meadow bugs. Don't worry about it.
Oh, shit. Khalil Herbert bust through. Oh, man. Did I start Herbert? Man, I hope I did.
Do you have DJ Moore? Do you start DJ Moore?
I don't have DJ Moore.
Do you have Fields?
I played Fields. I didn't play. I had 2 of the 3 best quarterbacks in fantasy last week. I had Anthony Richardson and Justin Fields.
Here's the thing. What's interesting to me to think about. Say the Bears go with Caleb Williams. The only people who are going to want to trade for Fields are going to be teams that don't pick in like the top 5 or 6. Because it's such a deep quarterback class, everyone's going to have their guys like with Drake May and Shador and all these people. So it's not going to be people with high picks. But then like a lot of people with lower picks, like the Bengals aren't going to trade for him, the Ravens, the Chiefs. Like it really, to me, it's always interesting. It's hard to trade a quarterback when they've not, when they're not fully proven.
Well, the thing is, if they trade him before next June, the team gets like the 5th-year option on him too.
Right. No, I'm saying someone will, but I'm saying it's interesting to see who would these teams be as a thought experiment. Like Pittsburgh could be in that half, but no one else in Pittsburgh's division is.
Did Kmet fumble it?
The Patriots could be in that camp. Or the Jets, I guess, could too.
I think the Patriots, the Jets won't because they're already so invested right now. They have Zach and Aaron Rodgers. He's got a 2-year deal.
Yeah, so like begin like that's 2 divisions, and we've only have the Steelers. Like I don't think the Bears will or the Broncos will.
He's got it.
The Broncos are too invested in Russell Wilson to this point. And then you got Jimmy, Herbert.
Right, he's got to be a June
Mahomes.
cut too. So they've talked about it being Russ too, because they can if they cut him before the June 6th cutoff, they can spread that $40 million over 2 years,
But
and
so
then
far, even theoretically,
run
you
it.
got like Jimmy, you got like New England, Denver, Pittsburgh.
How big of a deal did Oakland sign for Jimmy?
But Houston's not.
No,
Neither are the Colts or the
don't go for it. Take the
or
points.
the Titans could, I guess. They just keep trading for quarterbacks and never actually play any of them. There's like 4 in the AFC that theoretically could. No to the Cowboys. No to the Eagles. The Commanders theoretically could, but Howell looks fine. I don't think they're going to switch right now.
Yeah, Howell, that one's still up because they have nothing invested in him. He was what, a 5th-round pick?
Right. It's like they theoretically are possible depending on how the year goes.
Bucks.
Who's that? They were missing one team in that division, the Giants. They just paid Daniel Jones. They can't.
Right.
They paid him too much. Just
$40 million.
just
Yeah.
now. Yeah, the Bucks could obviously. The Saints won't.
I don't know what their so
Panthers won't.
the Bucks are in cap hell, but I don't know when that's relieved.
Right. Panthers and Saints won't, and then Falcons definitely could, but they had reportedly no interest in Lamar Jackson, so I don't know what they want. So they might not want a quarterback.
That's so dumb.
They might just not want a quarterback. I don't know. So there are some options, I guess.
Justin Fields, the only Reebok.
You know, he's not going to the Packers, Vikings, Lions, even if they wanted him. But they probably would. The Vikings
If it was
are
the-
the only ones that could.
If it was the old heads in Chicago, they would probably be interested in doing something for Kirk, for Justin, to train for a leap year, because Kirk's got one more year on his deal.
That'd be insanity.
But I could see the
I'd
old
trade
heads in
Justin
it.
for Jefferson. Justin for Justin. Then you don't draft Marvin Harrison at that point, though. If you have Jefferson and Moore, probably call it good at that point.
You know, like I know Jefferson gets moved in fantasy leagues, but what could feasibly be given to the Vikings for Justin Jefferson? I truly think he's an untouchable. Unless you can 2 first. I mean, obviously.
A real quarterback.
Kirk's not a real quarterback.
No, he's fine. But I'm saying, like, if
He's
you're asking me
38.
what you would take. Like, if someone called and said, we'll give you Justin Herbert for Justin Jefferson, they would do it.
You think they would? Yeah,
They would
probably.
100% do it. Or Mahomes or it's someone that
Mahomes, yes. So Mahomes is he's the trump card.
Anybody that Minnesota decided was a good quarterback, they would take. That position's just too important. Like Jalen Hurts, I don't know how they view him. You know what I mean? Like Josh Allen 100% would. I think Herbert Burrow 100% would be yeses. Jalen Hurts, I'm not convinced every organization sees him as elite. Quarterbacks are they're the trump cards.
There's a chance that
Beyond a quarterback, it would take a haul.
Hurts is more athletic Alex Smith. He hits the throws he should hit.
Yeah, like, it just quarterbacks are different.
Yeah, I guess their weight scale's completely off. Like,
It'd be like I said, a real quarterback, but outside of that, it would be there's no other singular player they would 100% take. Like even T.J. Watt or Myles Garrett, something like that, they'd probably just be like, we'll just keep Justin Jefferson.
we'll draft a defensive lineman.
It would be a huge package outside of quarterbacks.
And it's always scary. Watt is always hurt.
He hasn't been this season.
It's just been 4 games.
He wasn't 2 seasons ago. He missed 2 games 2 seasons ago. He missed 8 last year.
I guess it's because he's on the injury report. Maybe that's what throws me off.
Pittsburgh puts you on the injury report all the time. That's annoying too. The way different teams use the injury report. I think a lot of teams just don't report
Like
bumps and
Belichick.
bruises.
Yeah,
The
Belichick will leave
Steelers
everyone
report
off of it.
Every little thing. They're like, he has a sore hammy. We're gonna put him on the injury report. He's
Limited.
they're doing probable in the past, but they got rid of probable, so they're like he's questionable. With the hammy, he's gonna play. But they're basically like, we're not gonna say he's healthy because he's not. Apparently, Pickett's playing this week.
Kenny?
He's gonna play this week. Apparently,
Did he get hurt last week? Oh, that's right. He did. He got hurt.
people
And
talked about it like being like a season-ending injury and all this stuff, and he's not missing the game.
how
It's a
did
bone bruise. He got lucky. He didn't sprain anything. It's just a bone bruise. But I mean, this got hurt.
the Bears or shotgun? Does that say 96% of the time?
What's a bone bruise? Like that sounds awful.
It's awful. And it usually takes 6 to 8 weeks to heal.
So he's gonna play with that.
Where is it?
Got to be in his ankle.
You got bones everywhere.
I mean, it's got to be in his ankle.
So-
leg, because they
Oh, so it's lower body.
yeah,
I saw it, but I forget.
because they talked about it being in.
Former Bear Byron Pringle?
They said they had him do an MRI to check for an MCL sprain. And after the game, like people were like, "Oh, this is his Achilles," and this and the other thing. And the Steelers were like, "We think it's a minor MCL sprain, definitely a bone bruise, and
So
hoping it's just a bone bruise." So like,
soft tissue is worse for a receiver and everything, but a bone bruise
He's not gonna hurt unless it's touched.
It doesn't
right?
hurt 100% of the time, but yes, you will feel it all the time, and it requires a longer warm-up time because bone bruise, it fucking hurts.
It's gonna be a pain management situation.
Oh, I'm glad Brisker's playing. He didn't practice Tuesday. But the Bears' secondary, there isn't one right now. Kyler Gordon, out.
I saw.
Jalen Johnson, out. Brisker didn't practice, so I was surprised he's playing. I'll tell you what's crazy. So I traded on my fantasy team. Oh, sack. I traded Sky Moore for Jahan Dotson and a second-round pick next year, I think.
Nice.
I hadn't played Sky Moore yet.
Joe can't really.
And as soon as I did, I swear to God, my Twitter feed was nothing but Jahan Dotson sucks. He doesn't know how to run a route. He can't catch. He's terrible. He's like, what? I was like, where did this happen?
Yeah. That's funny.
That's a
I
sack.
still think it's good though because Sky Moore might not be worth that second round pick.
No, I feel like I won a lot. Because
I drafted Sky Moore in that Superflex Dynasty League I'm in, and someone offered me Lockett in a second, and I took it immediately.
I mean, he went to the perfect situation
Theoretically.
and they just let their receivers go. It's like, dude, you should be lighting it the fuck up.
They've only had one receiver that's ever lit it up with Mahomes, though. That's
Yeah.
what's kind of interesting to think about. Like, Mahomes has been awesome at all times, but Tyreek Hill's the only one who put up serious numbers.
It truly is like he
Juju
just
got to,
divvies
like,
it to
1,000
everybody.
And so it just shows you, like, in my head, I thought Mahomes made Tyreek in the way that kind of Big Ben was. If you're a Big Ben's number one receiver, you were a stud. Like, Antonio was obviously truly talented, but Mike Wallace looked like amazing and never did anything else anywhere else, really, other than big plays every once in a while.
But yeah, it's because he looked amazing because he didn't have anyone. Yeah, he's a splash player, right?
But in the Steelers, he was like a 1,600-yard guy. Like, Ben, made it work. So Antonio Holmes was huge at the Steelers. Went to the Jets, went to the Bears. It was okay. So I thought that Tyreek Hill was going to be like that.
Nope.
I thought Mahomes kind of made him, and he was going to be okay everywhere else. I was wrong.
Let me see
Turns
it.
out Tyreek Hill was very, very good.
That's all right.
And Mahomes will just throw it.
That's all she wanted was the rubber
A little bit
pieces.
to Fardell Scantling. Moore gets a little bit. Tony gets a little bit. Rasheed Bryce gets a little
She's
bit.
not chewing on him or nothing. Now she doesn't want him. She just wanted those rubber pieces.
Justin Watson, the 3 running backs.
Is
He's going to be
who was it? Todd Haley? Was that the OC that Big Ben hated?
But he's good under Todd Haley.
He was good under Todd Haley.
They just didn't get along on a personal level, I think.
You know, I think you need to squash it, which happens a lot where people are great personally, like Fleetwood Mac, like artists. So it happens a lot with like great bands. Oh, I can't fucking stand him, and then it's like we make good music. Is that Justin Jefferson right there?
Yeah, him and Sauce. By the way, Sauce is really good.
Yeah, you're right.
Did you see him get called for a holding that he won 100% was not defensive holding against the Chiefs?
So they were showing that replay a lot, where they're showing the angles and the time frame of like ball release, ref, the call. So like it's like
That was good coverage.
it was good. And then
If
they
you call it defensive holding,
they showed the ref mark that it was a change of possession. He marked it in his he put his arms up to show a change of possession, and then grabbed the flag and threw. I was like, hey, something's not right here.
here's the thing: if you're gonna call that,
You can't call it 5
then-
seconds after.
No, if you're gonna call that, then you can't cover receivers anymore. Like honestly, because like
Didn't Sauce say he ran into him?
there's a lot of talk about Sauce Gardner holding people all the time, but that was not one of those times. He's very good. And again, like I said, like if you're gonna call that, then like,
Oh my God, he's a yak monster. He's gonna have 150 yards by halftime. He's loving life right now. I feel bad because Mooney's getting the shots that missed.
Well, Luke Getsy's like, should we just throw it to TJ Moore? Yeah. Did you hear Luke Getsy throw Fields under the bus week 1?
Which I say, week 1. I saw him throw him under the bus last week on that
On week
fumble return.
on week 1, they said how come DJ Moore only had amount of targets for, whatever it was. And he said, "Oh no, you have to talk to Justin on that one. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me."
He's like, yeah, we schemed him open, and he missed him on some plays. And then last week, they didn't say anything bad about that.
My only concern about Justin Fields is you guys have had 2 offensive coordinators, and they both have thrown him under the bus, which scares me. That's my only fear, is that 2 different men have been like, he's the problem. And offensive coordinators don't usually blame their quarterback for issues.
It's true. I think a lot of it
It might
is.
just be the guys you hired.
I think it's the guys they hired because they're both the last 2 OCs were, they didn't have play calling experience. So when it doesn't work, because it's not me, I'm a genius. Matt Nagy threw everybody under the bus, and Fields got to deal with Nagy. They brought in Luke Getsy, who didn't know how to play call at all. Man, the line opened up a hole there. Man, he runs mad. He runs angry. Blew him away.
Not the most angry.
No.
Pacheco runs the most angry.
Who?
Pacheco looks like Isaiah Pacheco. He looks like he's mad at the turf. Like he's just mad.
And every time I see him running, I think of,
Yikes! Bad decision.
oh, he got it away. And the receivers in the vicinity.
Out of bounds. I was like, bad decision. I thought he was throwing it to him at first. I was like,
He only missed it. Like the receiver was like 5 yards away. So you can't call that intentional grounding, right?
no, that's not
Nope.
grounding.
Every time I see Pacheco run, I think of Ted Lasso, where Nate talks about Roy. You run like you're mad at the fucking ground.
One of my favorite running backs, in retrospect, is Chris Johnson.
CJ2K?
That guy was just gone. He only lasted for a little bit of time, but like he would go out of that hole and it was like, 75 yards. Like people just don't bust 75 yards like that. That dude was straight line, had some straight line speed.
He was good at finding the hole.
That line was good. And he was fast, so it really worked out.
It's weird. He did have he's kind of like Jamal Charles. No.
Jamal Charles is great.
Greatness Jamal Charles was only great for 3 years.
They got hurt. That's the difference. His injury was his career ended due to injuries. He's one of the best running backs of all time.
Of all time. Well, by numbers, not duration.
Jamal Charles.
He was exciting.
He's one of the when you look at stats as far as like advanced analytics of like yards created by the running back, Jamal
Goat.
Charles is in a league of his own.
Yeah, and
It's like him and Barry Sanders.
it looks like made up numbers because he'll be 1.5 yards higher average, and someone's like, that's
it was like him. And
you're
Barry
debating
Sanders.
tenths of yards.
He just played for Kansas City when no one cared about Kansas City.
It was crazy. In Wisconsin, the Chiefs were always on every game, the 3:00 game. We didn't get the Steelers game. It was the Patriots or the Chiefs.
I am tired of how the NFL is like spending a lot of time talking about people being at football games that don't even know about football. You know what I mean? That person who keeps being at football games and doesn't even know anything about football, and the media's talking about them non-stop.
Dude, conspiracy theories right now are talking that they're showing her commercials and stuff for free.
Her.
Taylor
you're
Swift's
talking about
commercials.
Swift. That's about Matt Canada. He knows nothing about football. The media keeps talking about him.
There's this conspiracy theories about Taylor Swift being there. They're giving her all this free airtime. Hundreds of millions of dollars of free commercials and screen time because they want her to perform at the Super Bowl
She's not going to. It's going to be Usher.
this year.
Yeah.
Why the... Oh, wait. Your thing's coming off.
She's not going to do it.
Why is Usher at the Super Bowl?
Because
Just tighten it.
Because they do old music. Back in the day, we were like, "Oh, Paul McCartney," rah, rah.
Yeah.
And now we're like, "Usher," like.
Were
Snoop,
those guys 10 years ago?
Dogg, Eminem, let's go. 50
Yeah,
Cent,
Snoop and 50 is like, I
let's
guess so, but Usher, fuck. I feel like big football fans weren't Usher
go.
fans.
Next year's gonna be NSYNC.
Listen, if they did a boy band, I would be on board if there was an NSYNC, Backstreet Boys.
High school, college, you'd be like, why are we doing this? No one cares about them anymore.
Damn, Fields threw for 145 yards just in the first quarter. You know what changed? You took Claypool out and you put St. Brown to run block, and now all of a sudden the Bears have a fucking offense. Don't worry if she's messing with that. It's got that MagSafe charger that'll pop right off.
I was like, she's just yanking on cords over here.
Shut up. You don't know ball. Oh, look at that point spread. Chicago's not covered. That's wrong. Chicago covered last week.
Maybe not by the closing line.
Oh, because the line was 3.5. Bears lost by 3.
Maybe it closed at 3.
Touchdown. There, see, just throw it up. Just throw it up. He'll fucking catch it.
Just look for number 2. That seems to be the offensive game plan right now.
Why not? Is Fields an MVP? 5 for 137 yards. He had 145 yards passing.
The real question is,
Strong hands.
is TJ Moore MVP? That dude.
You going to bed, Bubba?
I hope I'm not facing DJ Moore in any leagues.
I hope not. He's balling. It's Rockman's got him. Can you say hi? Say hi. Can you say bear down? Bear down. It is. She is nice.
That is the cutest stuffy at Disney World.
The Rex.
Yeah, so adorable.
You can get one next week.
Okay, this league,
This week.
I'm facing Cole Kmet.
It's all right. You going to bed, Bubba?
Good night. Your pajamas are so soft.
Apparently, there's 2 10-year-old girls staying over with Savannah. Oh, man. I will tell you some drama going on with everything, but not on screen because I don't know who has ever watched this.
I'm facing you in Dynasty. So just feels. Oh, McLaurin with a big fat 0.
Yeah.
And Mooney with 0. And Robinson with half.
I'll,
Kyle Pitts, that's 0.
Watch your head.
yeah.
Oh, Olave, he may or may not be targeted. We'll see.
Watch your head.
I'll tell you guys what's going on with that stuff, that drama in Savannah's life right now. But I'll tell you off camera because if anyone ever watches this,
Sounds good.
I'll let Nicole tell you the story, and I'll let Zach determine some stuff because he works with children more.
Yeah, I am facing
Little bump.
in my family league. I am facing DJ Moore. That's good.
What's he got right now?
31.
He's got 31 right now.
30.7, 5 for 137, 2 scores. I have McLaurin going for my team. He has 0 points, by the way. That's not as good if you're for those scoring at home.
Lexi, come here, baby.
So I am facing DJ Moore in one league.
I'll get him. Say something funny.
Something funny.
Falafel.
Falafel?
Tired?
No. I just don't know what the hell you guys are talking about.
No, I know.
I have no input.
I was just asking if you're tired.
Don't know what you're saying. Don't know anything about anything.
I
And
know
don't
that.
even try to explain it to me. Cause
I'm
I
not
don't
even.
know.
I'm saying, did you work early like that this morning?
What?
Did you work like that
No.
today? So you wouldn't be tired now. You'd be tired tomorrow. You don't get tired before you get up early.
Yeah.
You've never got tired out of dread?
Yeah.
I know I have. I've thought about what I have to do tomorrow and just like. So I think what the Bears are doing are trying to see how many epic collapses they can have. So they blew it. They were up 21 points.
You know what they're trying to do? They're trying to see how they're going to look good at the beginning of games, blow it on purpose to get the high pick. Still, it's genius.
Yeah, we're a first half team right now.
Wink,
We're-
wink, wink,
yeah.
wink. And then we're gonna trade the number one. We're gonna be comfortable with Fields based on improvement of what our offense does, and then we're gonna trade that first pick for everything in the entire world.
Trade for 3, 4 first rounders because he's a generational talent.
Yeah, the people are talking about once he gets drafted, people are going to be like, yeah, Caleb Fields or Caleb Williams is the reason that we have the NFL draft lottery now. Like people are already talking about that, which no one talked about that with any other prospect.
Oh. Good catch, good hit. That's first down. Former Bear Charles Leno Jr.
You guys gonna play some PUBG at halftime?
Yeah.
Which will never happen.
Easy pitch and catch.
The first quarter just ended.
Easy pitch and catch. Let's do some picks.
I already sent you my picks.
I didn't see because I didn't even. I still had questions about mine. I don't know what you said for this one. Is a get out of jail free card? I picked the Bears. I always pick the Bears.
I believe it was the Bears. I'm gonna pull my picks up though.
Come here. Quit whining.
Pretty confident.
Quit.
I put the Bears. Da Bears. I didn't necessarily think they were gonna win, but that 6 felt aggressive. Did Dave pick the other weeks?
No, he has no interest.
That's fine.
Jags 5.5 for the Bills at the Bills. I'm going Bills.
I picked the Bills.
The Jags didn't look great against Atlanta, even though they were in their second home in Wembley Stadium. Saints at Pats. 1 point favorite, Saints. The team looked broken. I have to go Saints here.
Same. So far, we're exactly identical.
So you've gone very good. You had 2-10 in 6 weeks.
That'll work.
Yeah. So for the season totals.
Against the spread, that's really good.
Season totals.
Oh my goodness.
We're doing pretty good.
I should be betting. 35 and 20. I mean, that's good.
That's good. That's Vegas good.
That's good. If only I was putting real money on these games.
Ravens. I assumed you picked the Steelers. I wrote it down there.
I did.
I'm going Ravens. Giants at Dolphins. Big spread. The line for the Giants looks broken right now.
I'm going Giants.
Panthers 10-point favorite. Lions. Bryce Young. Oh, fuck. 10's a lot. Lions look great. Prove me wrong. After watching them beat the Packers that bad.
I'm going Lions on that one.
Texans Falcons.
The Lions are a complete team and the Panthers are a dumpster fire.
I think the Texans only have to win by a field goal. I'm taking them.
They don't have to win, technically. They can
They have to lose by.
I'm going to take the Texans.
They look good.
The offensive Falcons is just nuts.
Mm.
Chris Stroud looks good. That is a touchdown to number 2. Oh, it's a terrible throw. Oh, my gosh. That's where if I'm watching as a situation, my good thing Sam Howell sucks. Number 2 had a touchdown.
Who was it? Who was that?
Curtis Samuel, I think.
I thought he was 9.
That is a touchdown.
That was a bad job by the free safety.
Look, I mean, that is
Money.
you can't miss like that.
Is it Curtis Samuel? Nope.
De'Ami Brown, but you can't miss that. Titans.
Bengals Cardinals. Going with Josh riding Dobbs.
I love it. I'll follow your lead. I'm going Bengals.
I
want to follow my heart, but I'm picking well.
It sounds like there's some dissension right there. I'm always fucking open.
Yeah, that's just a receiver for you. That's what they're gonna do.
Until I can see Joe Burrow do a rollout, I can't go with him because he's a one. He can't even do his drop back fast enough to run the play effectively. Cooper Kupp's back.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm more interested to see in that game. Will Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua be complementary, or will Kupp just take all of the work back? Like, because they kind of run the exact same routes right now, so like, can they work together, or you know what I mean? That's what's
They play the same spot. And
So we're interested to see Chiefs.
now, Jets played the Chiefs so hard.
I'm taking the Jets. Brees Hall's unleashed this week. They said no more snap count for Brees.
I did see that.
That dude is special. 49ers. They look unbeatable. They look like a 17-0 team. I know. Remember Nick Wright was saying that the Chiefs are going to go undefeated. They lost week 1. I think the 49ers might go undefeated.
They might.
They look borderline unbeatable.
If they don't get hurt, they're.
Yeah, if McCaffrey stays healthy. I mean, like, they look unbeatable with McCaffrey back there. And then, give me the Packers.
FTP, baby.
I get it.
Interception. Nope.
Did you see that the AFC West, their big signings, they all, except for the Chiefs, had big defensive signings not work out? J.C. Jackson got signed a $63 million deal, got traded back to the Patriots.
Just swapping 6 and 7s.
Basically, he's not playing here. Got rid of him. Randy Gregory got signed to like a $70 million deal, and they cut him. Chris Jones, slightly different thing. Or Chandler Jones, slightly different thing. But
Crazy.
Also cut him. Yeah, but also cut him. But still, every team in that division had like $50+ million contract for a defensive guy that only like we're week 5 now.
Would you take Chandler Jones?
No.
Would you take Randy Gregory?
No. Different reasons.
Cool. Clearly different reasons, but why wouldn't you take Randy Gregory? Think
he's a problem too. He's like serious criminal issues, if you remember.
Back when he was in Dallas?
DV stuff in high school. Or in college. See, that's the thing is, like, when you punch someone, it just better be in college. And then it's apparently fine in NFL size. If you punch him before you get to the league.
Let's see. I saved some stuff.
But he's had some issues too.
Where's my bookmarks? Oh, your boy Matt Canada is accused of making a burner account that defends Hollow's play calls.
I saw that, but it is not him. Because the email that got leaked that was signed up for wasn't a real.
Matthew.Canada@Steelers.com.
Yeah, their name, theirs start with their last names, apparently. Jack Harlow, what a weird career, what a weird thing that he got famous.
Nepo baby.
What?
Nepo baby. Maybe it was on Reddit.
The burner account thing?
No. Man, it seems like every time I find something that I want to save, I end up not saving it on accident. Ooh. Ozzy. Dollaritas? Oh, what did I want to talk about? Now I'm forgetting.
Well, if you can't remember, you did next time.
Yeah, truly, it's not important. I'm sorry that I missed Dungeons and Dragons. How was it?
Alright.
I know you only pay attention the first hour.
My brain struggles. I'll be better next time, though.
Dave, you want to play some PUBG?
Yeah, if you guys want to.
Have some garlic Q wings, some meatballs, and a cauliflower crusted barbecue chicken pizza.
Sounds good.
All right. Let's do that. Let's bear down. Justin Fields 9 of 13, 156 yards and 2 touchdowns in his first 4 drives. Up 17-3.
Has he had 4 drives?
Nope, I guess he's 3. The first 3 drives. DJ Moore looking like a fucking stud. Bears try to break the longest losing streak in franchise history. Try not to blow.
Oh, yeah, 3 drives that scored every time.
Yeah. They can do it. Let's just call it a shootout. Don't take your foot off the gas. Put the foot on the neck.
Oh, offensive lineman for the Bears.
You guys just have a... Oh, Lucas Patrick, the center's out. That's great. Concussion. That's right. Lucas Patrick was the... Cody Whitehair was the center in preseason. And Tevin Jenkins in at left guard. That's what you want to see. Just activated on Monday from the IR. So come on, Chicago Bears. Bears run power off the left side. Blasingame leading the way, 6 yards, out of bounds. Anyway, it has been real. It has been fun. It's been real fun. Happy to be back. Bear down, Chicago Bears. Let's win. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Because I'm going to have a good rest of mine.
I've been drinking Kool-Aid Chemex like I did when I was 9. Cause I like to pretend that I haven't lost a tie. In the end, the nostalgia, though it tastes fine, I can only drink a couple cause it feels like a lie. We play Halo and we lay low in our basement until the sun began.